You're listening to Moon Monkey. On this episode, we're going to be talking about Blackkklansman, directed by Spike Lee.
So, Blackkklansman is set in the 70s and it's based on a true story about the story of Ron Stallworth, a black policeman who tries to infiltrate the KKK, and it goes all the way right up to David Duke, and it follows the story of Ron and his partner Flip, played by Adam Driver. And Ron Stallworth's played by John David Washington, who's Denzel Washington's son, but obviously think about him as his own actor and not his dad.
Yeah.
But he is very good in it, so is Adam Driver.
Yeah, he gave a really good performance as Ron Stallworth. So, yeah, he gives a really good performance as Ron Stallworth, who plays the black police officer in the film. And sort of dedicated to this job of trying to go undercover in the KKK. And it might seem like a sort of ridiculous idea, and it is a sort of ridiculous idea. It's only the fact that it's a true story that makes it believable. Because if this had been written, you wouldn't believe that was real.
Yeah.
That a black man had decided to go undercover in the KKK.
Apparently, like, so much of it is like the parts you think, oh, that must be like a little. They've added that in just for effect. They're
the real bits.
Yeah. So it's a really good movie.
And there's a lot of comedy in the movie as well. Like, even though it's tackling like a very serious subject, and at the end of the movie they include a bit of film footage of modern political events, which sort of bring home to you that racism is still very much an issue in America. But through the film, they do a good job of sort of introducing the comedy elements. Like, there's a lot of sort of laugh out loud moments, but then they'll subtly shift to like more serious moments when it's with the KKK, and you realise, they're actually quite dangerous. Yeah. They show some of them as being sort of lacking in faculties, a little stupid.
But they also show like the fact that they tried to become, or they're still around as well. But they tried to become like more presentable and guys in suits and not pointy hats, but guys in shirts and ties who are like involved still now in political debate and America now. But like you're saying, like they blended, although it was set in the past, it did blend it with the comparisons of the footage from now, which gives it that powerful kind of message.
Yeah, it gives it a resonance. I think it would have had that anyway, probably, but I mean, it draws it out pretty starkly.
Yeah, but I think
at the beginning of the film, I think it opens with a Civil War scene from like a film, and then it cuts to stuff from the 1950s when it was like racial segregation, all this stuff going on, and then it finishes with like modern day, like a couple of years ago, I think it was, or a year ago. It draws that contrast between like this has been going on for a long time and is still continuing today.
But without that bit at the end, I don't feel like it would have been as powerful. It would have had that. You would have been like, oh, that's quite funny throughout it, But then it really does hit it home, and it really does. Like, when we left the screen and everybody was silent, I think that's a good sign when a movie really hits home. Is if you're at the end of the movie and everybody's just like completely like, oh, that's shocking.
Well, it brings it right into your life, because you could have just seen this as, oh, this happened in the 70s, was it? And that's it. Like that was then. Like that was people's beliefs then. But like showing that bit at the end showed you that the people still think like that now.
But it was really good. Like just even style, like the style of it as well, because it did feel like one of those 70s movies. Like it felt like it was paying homage to that kind of period, and the soundtrack's really good, and it has like the feelings of like Shaft or something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's clearly like seeing like, oh, I love that kind of like black exploitation movie or whatever from that period.
That's the thing is, it set the Ron Stallworth character up as that kind of hero, as the undercover cop. Yeah. So it's sort of like playing with that role and that stereotype, but with a realistic story.
What was also really good was the fact of like Ron's character like being the policeman, but also having. He's had to infiltrate the Black Panthers, and he's also infiltrating the KKK, and he's like trying to figure out what's the best way to combat racism. Is it, fight it, yeah. Is it through like peaceful measures, or through the law and justice, or is it through the Black Panthers? And it's also like the relationship with him and Adam Driver, when Adam Driver is the white cop who isn't really that interested in infiltrating the KKK, and sees it just as a job. But Ron sees it more as like his duty and see like deeper with his involvement with
but
the Black
he also
Panthers and his
had,
girlfriend. But yeah, but like
Jewish heritage
Adam Driver does, but he doesn't see that immediately until Ron points out to him like you've got skin in the game as well.
Yeah,
like you can't just say it doesn't matter to me because they hate you.
Yeah, he's sort of representing the people who would rather just ignore it and hope it goes away, or think that it doesn't affect them when it really sort of affects everybody. So yeah, overall I would say like it's definitely a worthwhile movie to watch, but also incredibly like entertaining, engaging. The story itself is exciting and has a lot of humor in it, but also sort of hits home at the end with a serious message.
Yeah, it's like a very raw movie. It's very powerful, and you know it does have that comedy in it, but it has that drama to it as well, going through it and pointing to all the characters that you think they're not going to be in the KKK, and it's like even like the guy's wife, who you think is this little respectable lady, is probably more racist than all of them. And you've got David Duke, the guy that played David Duke, was really good too. And it really hits home with those messages about how it's has it really changed, and it has that anger about what's going on, but it harnesses it in a really good way. In the movie. So yeah, go and see Blackkklansman if you get the chance. That was a review of Blackkklansman, directed by Spike Lee. Stay tuned for another review next time.